And something that just kind of came to mind is, and I know I don't want to say guilty of this, but something I've been doing a bit more is, having more alcohol throughout the week. It used to be I might go months without having any alcohol, and now it's like I might have a glass of wine every few days or a beer, and for no reason, and I just I think it's worth mentioning because that really impacts digestion, and depending on when you have alcohol, it impacts your sleep quality. If you're going to bed at 10 o'clock and you have a glass of wine at 9 o'clock, well, that's going to impact your ability to have quality sleep.
Yeah.
And it's going to impact digestion. It's going to impact your REM sleep. REM sleep is where, your brain kind of heals itself and stores those short-term memories into long-term memories.
Well, I was reading the other day too. A lot of what the marketing is geared towards with alcohol now is like a glass of wine a day is good for you. It's heart healthy. It's whatever. But the actual ingredient in the wine that you benefit from health wise, there's such a minuscule amount in what you're drinking. You'd have to drink like 80 bottles of wine to get enough of that nutrient from the grape. And that actually comes from the grape peel. So you might as well just eat grapes.
Yeah. Or broccoli. Eat broccoli. It's
Yes,
good for you.
exactly.
But who wants to eat, broccoli at 8 o'clock at night while they're watching Netflix?
That's dry. I'm just like, oh no, not raw broccoli.
Well, steamed, spent a little bit of
That's
butter on
steamed.
there.
Yeah. Even a little dip is fine. Just something on there to make it easier to swallow.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But it's worth mentioning too, like all of these things, like we could talk for hours on just nutrition, but, ultimately we get into like sleep, we get into mental health, emotional health. We can get super deep and say like ex, ex, existential health, our why, where, like alcohol changes our mental state. And does that change our why? Sometimes it might in the moment. So just be aware, like all of these things kind of like lend into, health. Health is like, I made a list, 6 things that, can fall under health. And it was physical health, mental health, emotional health, the existential health, a relational health, social, and environmental, and all of those things. It's we have to take those into account for like what good health means. And I think with what we're seeing with COVID-19 is uh, we hear a lot of people or things that people have gotten sick and perhaps passed away, and they'll say, 35-year-old was in excellent health. Well, what's the bio or the marker of health? Did they look healthy because they look relatively thin? Who knows? Did they have an autoimmune issue? Were they consuming lots of alcohol and sugar and eating fast food? We don't know. So I think it's really important when we start having more conversations around what does health mean to you, and that's something that we can help, people at OPEX Regina, is to like look at all of these like different aspects of health and start to like shore them all up so that we can get through a pandemic and maintain health and not get sick, because I think
Yeah,
that's really important for not just us but like family and friends around us and coworkers, and like it's just downstream. We have to think beyond just ourselves.
absolutely.